Hello, Steve boxing fans. The fight between Alexis Rocha and George Ashie of Ghana just ended, and this is my immediate post-fight reaction. For those that have been following, I have been following this fight right from the beginning, from the announcement to tonight. First, I want to congratulate Alexis Rocha for defeating George Ashie by around 7. Um, and then I'll take the time and talk about the fight, my thoughts about it, and also just about a little bit about the boxing um, in Ghana in general. But again, congratulations to Rocha. I also want to take the time to congratulate George Ashie. And honestly, if you watch the fight and you were listening to the commentators and even our own Ghanaians, some people didn't expect Ashi to last than what he did. So I want to say congratulations to Ashi. I mean, for those that again that have been following, I did say that Ashi was going to go all out, do his best, and that's exactly what he did. Ashi did not run when he thought that it was over for him. He did. He just kept going. He just kept going until he was caught with that knockout. He is a warrior. He's a warrior, and I want to also, despite losing, congratulate him. As a Ghanaian, um, I am not sad. Yes, I'm not happy we did not win, but I'm not sad because he put up his best. That was his best, and then I'll talk about what I thought was lacking and what I have seen with most Ghanaian fighters. Uh, but the man kept going. He kept going. He did promise to win, but every boxer does that. And but things didn't go as planned. I spoke to his technical corner before the fight, and I was told that he was going to keep his jabs up in the beginning, which is what he was doing in the beginning. But everybody who watched it realized that keeping the jabs up, and then when he threw the right, once he was done with both hands, Ash's head was opened. That was the biggest problem of the night. And I'm not a fighter, but that is what I found to be the biggest problem of the night. Jodashi didn't protect his face. And if you listen to the corner, the technical man, Mosquito kept saying, warning, no, warning, no, asking, put your hands up, put your hands up. But for some reason, it wasn't happening. Again, I'm not in the ring, so I can't act like um, I know what was happening. But even with those punches, the man kept coming. The man kept coming. Ashi is not the first boxer I have seen this happen with when it comes to Ghanaian boxers. Now, again, if you watch the fight, it wasn't about strength. Alexis Rocha won the fight based on technique. When Alexis Rocha threw his punches, you could tell that this has been thought of. This is being like there's an intent behind it compared to Ashish, which will be like, and that is how he got the first knockdown because he just threw one wild one and then he got caught and then he went down. But if you watch both fighters, there was a lot of big difference between the technical abilities of Alexis Rocha and George Ashie. Now, I'm not sure, but I have seen this a lot where the technique, when we compare our Ghanaian boxers to outside boxers, there's a big difference in technique. Now, he did his best. He did his best. You cannot discount that. He was a warrior. He just kept going. He just kept going. He just kept going. And but the technical ability of Rocha was just beyond Ashie, and that was the biggest thing. If there was anything that I want to take away from this fight, we got to work on our techniques. Sometimes it's not all about talent, it's not all about strength. And that is actually what did Ashie in. He let the head go, and then throughout the whole fight, the head was just not protected. Throughout the whole fight, the head was just not protected. He let one go, and he was caught at the wrong time, and that's how he got slipped. But he did well. I am happy. Actually, the people there didn't expect Ashie to go as far as he did. And if you hear them, they were saying it that he he um he did well beyond expectations. Obviously, they are comparing it to some other boxers of Ghanaian origin. 1 week, 1 week being called to go do this in 1 week, and Ashie going all the way to round 7. That is a big achievement. And I don't care what anybody says. Yes, he got knocked out, but 1 week call, 1 week going to someone who has been training, got opponents canceled, opponents injured. Alexis Rocha was training. He was training throughout. And then you have Ashie just get a call 1 week to a fight, and he did what he did. And there were a lot of factors. I already spoke about what I thought was the biggest, which was the technique. But come on, compare Ashie's age to Rocha. Alexis Rocha is so young compared to Ashie. This is the first time Ashie is fighting at this weight class, a heavier weight class than he's used to. There's a lot of challenges. And then his first fight in America, he gets thrown into the headline bout. First fight in America. No one can discount what Ashie did tonight. And I'm just happy. I'm happy he didn't go running. I'm happy he didn't go hugging. And like even when he was backed in the corner, Ashie was throwing punches. That is the heart of a warrior. And I think that with a little bit of technical change, the man got a few more fights in him before he hangs his gloves. But I think he did his best. That's where his abilities took him, his age, the stage, the platform. First time in America. I mean, everything was against Ashie, but he kept going. And personally, I'm a proud Ghanaian, despite the loss. There are some fights, if you lose, it's not even that bad. If you anybody watched earlier, Better Be versus Yard, it was a cracker of a night. That is a little bit of what I saw with Ashie and Rocha. They just kept going. When you thought Ashie was done, he just kept coming. He just coming. The guy is strong. He's a warrior. He has the chin for it. But where he fell short was the technical ability. When to protect yourself, when to throw, and he just kept getting those head shots. But I think overall he did well. I believe that Golden Boy is probably going to call him back. And he has a few more fights in him before he retires. I think it was a good night for Ghana boxing. I don't think anybody thought that she was embarrassing at all. And I've already had some non-Ghanaians who watched the fight tell me that they were like, that guy kept going. That guy kept going. They just kept saying Ashie. They were texting Ashie. So I know he's going to go. It's a little bit late for him. And this is another problem we have in Ghana. Hopefully it changes. Getting on the world stage at Ashie's age is a bit late. The body takes over. So despite putting on, I thought what was a great performance for him with everything that was against him. I feel like it's a bit late. but he has a few more fights in him, I believe, and I think he's going to get it. Hopefully, he gets some good payday before he go on retirement. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It's very late, but I'm proud of George Ashie. I'm proud of George Ashie. Again, first time in America, first bout in America, 1 week call to a fight. Compared to Alexis Rocha, who's been here all his life, been training for this day, and still going to round 7. That is an achievement. And I think it's going to look great on his resume when he retires, despite losing. Again, thanks everyone for joining. This is the Boxing Doc. Um, and this is my immediate post reaction to George Ashie versus Alexis Rocha. I spoke to the technical team of Ashie. He's well, he's doing well. They are just checking him out to make sure he's okay. Hopefully, I can bring him on later during the week sometime. And I asked him a few questions of so that our boxers learn from it. He can hopefully he has some tips on what not to do and what we may be lacking in Ghana in terms of training. Again, his current technical team only had a few weeks to work with him. So there were some basic fundamentals they were just not going to change. And that's a fact. But he did his best. I'm proud of him, and I think all Ghanaians are proud of him. Again, thank you. This is the Boxing Doc reporting for Ace TV on my post immediate reaction to George Ashie and Alexis Rocha.